Hey there YouTube, I'm going to show you how to check spark plugs on a 2006 Chevrolet Colorado. I've done this a couple times on this vehicle as it's giving me some problems. So first thing you want to do is you want to remove this screw here and this one. There's one back here for the air intake. Remove those, and then right here you want to remove that, and this one right here. So I'll remove all that, and then I'll get back to you. Just real quick, this one here, this head for these right here, these are 10mm. And one more thing is that there is a hose back here that you want to be careful of when you're pulling this off. You don't want to yank that hose off too hard and possibly rip it and damage it. Alright, so you can see I've removed all that, and I've put some rubber gloves on the top of these here just to make sure nothing gets in them. And this hose I've crimped back and kind of plugged into the wall here just so nothing gets in it, but I wouldn't recommend that because you can see it's causing a little bit of cracking right here, but I'm not too worried about that. These here are also 10mm, and how you want to get those off is you want to remove these clamps here first. Remove this little gray clip, and you want to stick a screwdriver underneath that black part there, and then just pull this out. You don't have to pull it out all the way, you can just pull it out until it clicks, or you can pull it out completely if you'd like. It might make it a little bit easier for you. And then you'll just want to press on that tab and pull out, and it should come right out. But I'm going to use both my hands for this, so I'll get back to you in just a second. So this one right here, this is ignition coil number 1. It's probably the hardest one to get out, or definitely the hardest one to get out. And because it's got this little black thing here and holds these cables in it. But so what you want to do for this one is you don't want to just yank up or pull out on it, because you might damage it. You want to slowly just kind of work it up and twist. And you'll want to use both hands so that you can be careful with this. So I'm going to pull it out and show it to you here real quick. Alright, so when you're pulling these out first time, it's just this bolt right here until you've gotten the plug out. That's the only thing pulling out. Just make sure that you've got this all the way released. But when you pull it out, you want to look at it, just inspect it, make sure this little rubber seal here is on it all the way around. It's not loose, and there are no obvious scorch marks or anything. This one looks good. All these should be good. I only got one left in there, but they should be good. I just replaced them like a month ago. But I'm really concerned about the spark plugs. Alright, so this vehicle here takes a 5/16 or 16mm wrench. I've got here a spark plug wrench. It makes it a lot easier to pull the spark plugs out. Just stick it on there, make sure you got it all the way on. And when you're doing this, you want to make sure that the engine is cold. Has been for about probably an hour. And just don't yank on it too much, just enough to loosen it. You don't want to damage the spark plug or anything like that. Once you get it loose, it should come up. It's a really fine thread. It's not really long, but it's fine. So we're just going to inspect this one here real quick. Okay, this one appears to be nice and... uh-oh. Well, it appears as though my spark plug wrench is not grabbing on. It's one of those ones that has a little rubber thing down in them. I wouldn't recommend those. Get the ones that are metal. Have the little metal tabs that can grab on. So I'm just going to pull this out real quick. Take a look at it. Looks good. Has a little bit of grease residue there on the edge, but most part looks good, which for me is a bad sign, but might be good for you. As far as the spark gap on these, I believe it is 1.18 millimeters, I believe, or 1.08, I mean. Yeah, I believe it's 1.18. So, you'll want to get a tool for that. Or if you have one, that'll make it a lot easier on you. I'm going to pull the rest of these out here real quick, and we'll find out if or which one of these is bad. Alright, so I'm checking the last spark plug now, and they're all looking good. I'm looking for basically is like any major scorch marks where there shouldn't be, or a lot of buildup of maybe some oil or fuel residue, and I'm not seeing any of that. So I mean, that's good, I guess, but that just means that my problem lies somewhere else. So when you put these back, each one of these, you're going to want to put some grease all along the threads. Some people like to put it all over the whole thing, but if you just put a line of it just right across, it'll spread to most of the rest of it. If you want to, you can put one on the other side, but you really don't need a whole lot of grease. Just enough to help it to go back in there easier, and then mostly easier to pull it back out whenever the spark plug does go bad. So I'm going to put these spark plugs back in, and then we'll see what happens after that. And there you go. So you got everything put back together, you're ready to go. Don't forget to put your bolts and the hose in the back on. I forgot and had to pull everything off again. So I didn't fix my problem, but hopefully I helped someone fix theirs. Thanks for watching.